Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Fatalis here, back here with another video with part 3 of our tier list. Um, well, we'll be going through these last few mons before the release of Scarlet and Violet. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop us a like here, and if you're new around here, drop that little subscribe button as well as turn on the notification bell. That would be very, very, very much appreciated. Okay, let's jump right into this, shall we, with Holucha. Holucha could be really decent early game until legendaries come out with Unburden. Unburden Holucha is probably one of the fastest Unburden users in the game, which can be terrifying. Has access to high jump kick, flying press, acrobatics. If the gems come back, Holucha could be insane. I could see Holucha, I think, being in the middle of the pack really. Yeah, okay. I can see it going in like B. I think it's a good spot for it. Dedenne. Dedenne's okay. Like it's fairy, which I guess is something, but at the same time, I don't really know what sort of moves it gets. I know it gets Nuzzle. Um, I don't know if it gets Follow Me or anything like that. If it does, then someone let me know. But uh, yeah, I don't know if Dedenne will be that good. I don't think it's the best Pika clone. So I'm going to drop it in, try and avoid it if you can. But obviously, that's one I'm not entirely sure on. Is that Hisuian Gudra? Yeah, it is. Hisuian Gudra could be interesting. Especially with its new added steel typing as well. Could give it some really good edge on a lot of the mons. Having Flash Cannon, I think Solar Beam, Dragon Pulse, pretty much all stab moves as well, apart from Solar Beam, obviously. But Gudra could be insanely good, especially Hisuian. I think both of them could be good. I reckon they're both the same. Yeah, I reckon they're also, both of them, Bs. Just because, yeah, they're really similar. Is that Hisuian Avalog? Yeah, it is, yeah. I think it's going to be the same as its counterpart, even if not worse. Because it's got added rock type. Like, that doesn't help with the fighting immunity. Not immunity, weakness that it already has. It's now 4 times instead of 2 times. They've practically made Avalog a lot worse. I don't know how they've done that, but they have. They've made it so much worse. Noivern's quite good. Throat Spray, Boom Burst is kind of scary. It does hit quite hard, but it also has access to Draco Meteor. Tailwind. It's a pretty good, like, offensive mon, so I'm gonna stick it maybe high B with Staraptor. I reckon Noivern could be quite good. Hisuian Decidueye. We recently found out that it's going to have Scrappy as an ability, which for what it is insane. Um, it gets like some really really good buffs as well. I reckon Hisuian Decidueye could be actually a really good pick. I don't know if it would be better in singles or doubles, but I could see it being well in doubles as well as singles. I'd probably put it like A or S. But yeah, no, this thing could be insanely good. Gumshoes, yeah, it's not good. Rip gumshoes. Not the Donald Trump aspect is going for, but no, no thank you. Crabominable isn't great. Like, it's just so frail. It's an ice type. I know the hail buff could help it, but at the same time, I really don't know if it will. But if someone finds a niche for Crabominable, I will be pretty impressed. So, all you Crabominable fans out there, you know, make a team with Crabominable in it. That'd be really cool. Oricorio could be interesting. I think it got a buff, but I don't remember to what exactly. Um, it could be interesting. I'm not sure. how that would work, but I think I get access to Teeter Dance. I think it gets Quiver Dance now. I reckon, yeah, if you correctly, this thing could be pretty good. Any of the formies, but I reckon the fire one would be used the most. But yeah, I reckon it could be quite good. Duskmane, is that no Duskmane? Or yeah, no Dusk. Dusk Like and Rock is B, 100%. It's the best of the three, I would say. It's best looking as well. Um, but yeah, it has access to Excel Rock. It has access to Stone Edge, but its attacks are powerful. Like it's really, really fast as well. I could see it being like the Rock Haluka in a way. Because yeah, it's a really fast mon. Um, but yeah, I think it's the best of the three in terms of stats as well. So, uh, Dawn. I think it's Dawn. I can't remember. Um, eh, it's not bad. I think it's actually it might be the same as that one. They're both pretty similar, but I think that one just slightly more up here somewhere compared to that one. But yeah, these two are both the same, I'd say. But Midnight looks cooler, so I'm gonna put him in front. Toxapex is better in singles and doubles. However, Toxapex is really bulky. It can take hits. Thank God it doesn't have access to Scald anymore. But it can still recover in Toxic, which is really annoying. Um, where's all the monsters that have Scald? Gastrodon don't have Scald anymore. The Slow Twins don't have Scald anymore. Golduck don't have Scald anymore. Luminion doesn't have Scald. Pretty much all the Watermons, apart from like Volcanion, don't have Scald anymore, which is really it's good. I think it's going to change a lot, which I'm looking forward to. Quagsire got some buffs as well, so I might, which I'm happy to see. It's gotten access to all of the hazard moves, which is pretty nice. So I'm glad to see Quagsire getting some love. But Toxapex though. I could reckon it could work if used correctly. Like I think it's a decent mon for both singles and doubles. Just make sure to kill it as quickly as possible because it can be a pain in the ass. Mudsdale. Mudsdale isn't bad. I mean, it could work with oh, what's it called? It could work with something hitting it with like a physical move, so it can boost its defense with stamina. Maybe something with like beat up could work. If I remember, that's how stamina works. It needs to be hit by a physical move, and then it raises its defense. But yeah, I mean, I don't think this thing is especially bulky, but at the same time, I think if it can work if used correctly, high horsepower and body press could be insane on Mudsdale, so that could be one to watch out for. Uh, is that from Lurantis? Yeah, Lurantis. Lurantis can be kind of threatening. Contrary's Leaf Storm is scary. I don't know if it's going to get access to any other moves. Like, if it got access to close combat, that would be ridiculous. Adding defense and special defense onto it, making it one of the bulky mons. I reckon Lurantis could be a B-mon, to be honest. I think it's pretty good. Has some usage, 100%. I reckon Serena will be one of the main Pokemon this metagame. Queenly Majesty, I've recently been playing some Nuzlocke, and Queenly Majesty Serena has been a pain in my arse. Absolutely just stops priority moves. It just does everything that you'd really want it to. I reckon Serena is going to be very good in the format. Just because of Queenly Majesty. Galistopod could be used again, I think. What's it? I can't remember his name this year, but like one of the world's competitors, Japanese player, I think it was. He used a Galistopod in his team. Was very, very unlucky. Not getting through. I know the reason why he didn't get through, and it's really unfortunate that did happen to him. But I hopefully he has a better chance this year, and I'm hoping to see him use a Galistopod again, as I really liked that gimmick he had. But Galistopod, I reckon could be a Beamon this time. I think after watching Worlds, people are going to realize that Golisopod is actually a really good Pokemon and it has a lot going on for it. First impression is insane. It has access to Liquidation, Leech Life. It can practically keep emergency exiting if you carry on using Leech Life and get over a certain threshold. So this mon can be really, really trolly. Especially if it has Assault Burst. Palossand might actually have its return, which is cool. Water Compaction Palossand was used quite a bit in, I think, Series 6 or something. When the Isle of Armor first came out, it used to run a set with Excelgor. Excelgor uses Water Shuriken to raise its defense, and it becomes a really tanky mon. And it Dynamaxes as well, so it gets max Quake off, raising its special defense. Yeah, but Palossand can be really, really threatening. So I want to see it used again. I think it could be up in this exact tier. I don't think it'll be the best, but I think it'll be really good. Mimikyu actually has a chance to shine here. I know a certain someone wants Mimikyu to work, and I will bring out that video as soon as I can. As soon as I can get Scarlet and Violet to come out. Whenever it comes out, I will make a Mimikyu thingy. Mimikyu actually has really good niches. Like, it can be run as a Trick Room set, or it can be ran offensively. But most you would probably see Trick Room, since Disguise is like a free substitute. Yeah, I reckon Mimikyu could be pretty good in the format. Has a chance to shine, I reckon. Swords Dance Play Rough, Trick Room could be scary. Could work really well with Torkoal. So I'd be prepared for that one. Bruxish is, yeah, just don't use it. Terrible. Worst looking one in the series, hands down. I really don't like it. It's creepy. Delmise, it's the same. Doesn't really alpha much, unfortunately. Greedent, sorry. Oh no, I don't like Greedent. Greedent's so bad in main series, but Unite, he's a pain in the cheeks. Corviknight. Corviknight might not be too bad. Mirror Armored, Tailwind, Bulk Up, Iron Defense. It gets a lot of really good, like, self-support, I guess. I reckon Corviknight could be here. It's really bulky too. Especially with Body Press, it can, like, one-shot most mons and can be the most annoying Pokemon to deal with. So for that reason alone, I'm putting Corviknight in B. Dreadnought got a buff, I think. Like, it got a slight buff. It now has access to Shell Smash, which can be absolutely terrifying. I mean, I already liked Dreadnought. Dreadnought wasn't bad to a certain extent. Its Gmax wasn't great to a certain extent. You just need to be wary of what grass mons are available and where they are at. If you could, like, skill swap, like, I don't know, Sap Sipper to it, I reckon that'd be really cool. But obviously you'd have to figure out a way to do that. I reckon Dreadnought could work well if used correctly. Colossal, I reckon, could be extremely threatening again. Steam Engine is insane. Pop it in Tailwind, and then just set up Steam Engine, and yeah, you're set. This thing is gonna sweep, hands down. Weakness Policy as well. Yeah, Colossal's gonna be very dangerous. I think it could be one of the better ones in the format again. Because flashbacks to Gmax. Except this time it doesn't get Volcalith, so I guess that's a W. But at the same time, it's still going to be ridiculously strong. But yeah, Flapple and Appleton. I reckon Flapple is okay. I reckon it'd be a Beamon. It just needs some, like, stats and stuff to help it. But it's a decent Grass Dragonmon, which I guess is kind of cool. But at the same time, I need to figure out how to use it. Could be used, could be not. We'll have to wait and see for that one, because I'm really not sure. Appleton is really bulky though, but I still think it's going to be in the same spot as Flapple. Good mon, but yeah, I need to look more into those two. I haven't really used them. Sandaconda could be okay. Um, Sandspit gets access to Bulldoze, Rock Slide. It gets access to some pretty good moves as well. I think it gets access to like the Elemental Fangs, which is insane. It gets Iron Tail. This thing could be really good, I reckon. I reckon it could be maybe a B. Maybe B. Maybe high B, I'd say. Yeah. Yeah, I reckon B. Barraskewda, Swift Swim, enough said. Propeller Blade as well. Liquidation, Flip Turn, Aquajet, Close Combat, Throat Chop. Has absolutely everything you want in this Pokemon. It can stop a lot of Pokemon from even doing anything, especially with Throat Chop, reducing sound moves. It could pretty much cripple Sylveon to only its normal fairy moves instead of Hyper Voice. So for that reason alone, I might put Barraskewda in very good in the format just because of the Throat Chop usage. I know there's other mons that get Throat Chop too, but I think Barraskewda could be one of the better ones. Toxtricity could be terrifying. Throat Spray, Boom Burst, Overdrive. It has some really, really strong moves overall. I think it gets Helping Hand as well. I think Toxtricity could be very good in this format, 100%. Yeah, it needs to be tested, but I reckon it can work and will be extremely strong. And looking forward to seeing Toxtricity in this format. Poltergeist could be used, I guess. Shadow Ball, Shell Smash, Giga Drain. I think it goes Moonblast or Draining Kiss, one of the two. It's pretty good. Pretty good. It gets some pretty good support as well, which is nice. I think it's access to Trick Room. But issue it has is it hasn't got a lot of HP, so it does get taken down pretty quickly. But I reckon someone could use it quite well if they've given it the chance. Hatterene might be one of the best Pokemon in this entire format, and there's a reason for it, which I'll get to very soon. Dazzling Gleam, Expanding Force, Trick Room, all it needs, and it can sweep, hands down. It's slow, and then there's its partner in crime right there. Oh, okay, whoops. Grimmsnarl, one of the best in the format, especially with its ridiculous buff that it definitely did not need of Parting Shot. I don't know how it's going to be able to get Parting Shot though, considering most Grimmsnarls are male, if not all of them are male. So it'd be interesting to see how that works. But unless you can get a female Persian, I get, but it would have to breed with Persian, which is weird. But yeah, that could be insane, especially with Prankster. It already has access to Thunder Wave, and the screens, Trick, Torn. It has everything. It's like one of the best support mons in the entire game, hands down. Berserker, you'd have to try and use it, I think. It's a decent powered steel mon, but other than that, yeah, no, it's not the best. Phalanx is better in singles, defensively. But it can have a niche in doubles with no retreat, so it could be an interesting one to look out for. But yeah, would be interesting to see Phalanx, 100%. Pinchurchin isn't terrible, I want to say. Like, it has access to, obviously, electric terrain. Zing Zap as well can be terrifying on this thing. It has decent bulk too. I reckon it has a niche. Could help out with not like Pokemon not sleeping, so it could stop Spore really easily. Frostmoth isn't great. 4 times rock immunity, 4 times fire. Yeah, it's not great. I feel bad for Frostmoth because it was one of those Pokemon that looks really cool, but it just doesn't have anything going for it, unfortunately. Maybe in the future, Frostmoth can have some use, but I doubt it. Stonejourner. Eh, it could be used, I reckon. It does need some like play around with it, to get its like power up. But other than that, yeah, I reckon it could be used quite well. Isq, on the other hand, or Ice-Q, I reckon it's a Beamon. With its shattered form, it gets plus speed, and I think it gets like plus attack as well, or plus special. I can't remember which one exactly, but it was really threatening, like in the first few seasons of Sword and Shield. I reckon it could be the same again. This time maybe a bit different because of terrestrializing. So yeah, okay. Hatterene's partner in crime and most annoying Pokemon to deal with. Indeedee. Indeedee is going straight up in that S tier. Follow Me, Expanding Force, Dazzling Gleam. I think he gets Helping Hand. It's one of the best support Pokemon behind Grimmsnarl, 100%. I know there's like a Moongus and Bronzong on this list, but like, yeah, those two, Grimmsnarl and Indeedee, go hand in hand to being the best. Copper Raja hasn't really had great use, I want to say, in doubles. Singles, it could be pretty good, I guess, but it'd have to have a niche. Copper Raja, maybe in doubles, has a chance. Trick Room could help it. I'm not sure, but we'll have to soon see. Dragapult, one of the best. Clear Body. It has insane abilities. Clear Body, Infiltrator. You could run special, you could run physical, you can run speed, tailwind. There's a lot you can run with this. I think it runs beat up too, so you can work it like hand in hand. With something with justified, like Lucario or I think Braviary. I could be wrong. I can't remember what else has justified as an ability, but yeah, anything with justified it works well with Dragapult. Weird, I don't know what it has. It could be interesting, I guess. So, I mean, good bulk, decent special attack. Um, I don't see Weird being good. I mean, does it have Trick Room? I don't know. If it has Trick Room, it might be used. I don't know, personally. I think it could be B at most, but don't quote me on that. Cleavor, was it Rock Bug? Sizzle. Hmm. If it has Technician, this thing could be insane, especially with Excel Rock. But if it doesn't, then it's going to be a hindrance. But I think if it has Technician, which I don't know if it does or not, it'll be very good, hands down. One of the best rock types in general, apart from Colossal, which would be cool. Ursaluna might actually be the best Hisuian form in this entire game. If it has, it should have Guts, Guts, Flame Orb, Earthquake, Protect, Terraform Ground. This thing could be terrifying. It has already ridiculous attack. It's slow as hell, but like, yeah, you could easily run it. It's quite bulky as well. So maybe there's a chance for Ursaluna to shine, and I'm looking forward to seeing this thing hands like 100%. Um, is it Barrett? No. Um, Basky Legion. That's the one. It's Water Ghost, isn't it? Could be interesting. Um, Slow as hell. I think it hits quite hard though. Don't know if it has good bulk. Yeah. Where did I just put it? Where did I put it? Um, there. No. I reckon it's the same feat as Copper Raja. Could be used if correctly. Sneasler. This thing is powerful, man. I reckon it could be in the same boat as Cleavor. Poison fighting is a very good typing. We've seen that with what's it called? Toxicroak, which would be really cool. Now that Toxicroak is actually getting close combat, which is cool. I don't even think it's on this list. Now that I think about it, interesting. Okay, but yes, Toxicroak is coming to the game, confirmed, which is pretty cool. Um, Close combat is getting with it as well, which is very nice. Overquill gets Intimidate, um, Throat Chop, Poison Jab, Gunk Shot. It's pretty good. Dark Poison is an amazing typing, as seen by Drapion. Um, will it be better? Dunno. Has a chance. But we're gonna put it with Cleaver. I think it could be insanely good. No, Farafar. This is a new one of the newer mons, Farafarig. Um, if I remember correctly, it had something to block priority, which is insane. Um, I think it could be as much as I don't like the design, I think it could be very good. It just needs something to help it, because it can. I think it can hit quite hard. So maybe has a chance to be good here. I'm looking forward to seeing it. And then last but not least, our boy Gallade with his new formy. I'm very looking forward to it. Gallade could be insane. Hits hard with Psycho Kart, hit hard with Leaf Blade, hits hard with Close Combat, hits hard with Drain Punch, gets access to the Swords Dance, gets Helping Hand, gets beat up, gets everything you want for a support and slash attacker, which is so good. I love Gallade, but it just doesn't get the love it deserves, and it needs it so much. Okay, everybody, that will be it. So yeah, what's your guys' thoughts on the list? I would love to hear it. If you was to do this list exactly, where would you put specific mons? Where would you change them? I would really want to know. Make sure to drop those in the comments. But other than that, this is my list. It's obviously always opinion, and anything can happen with Scarlet and Violet. We don't know yet. We've got 3 days now, 3 days until the game releases, where I will be streaming hopefully on a Friday. It'll be late on Friday as I have got gym. I do gym sessions now, which is lit. Um, but I will be streaming the game when it releases, hands down. Making sure that all of you come along, play, have some fun. It'll be great. I'm doing the gym route, so that'll be fun as well. Um, and then once the game finishes, VGC all the way. That's gonna be me. And I will bring out like tutorials on certain Pokemon. I will bring out everything for like shorts, opinions, whatnot. There's everything I want to do for this game, and I'm gonna do it. So, with that, without further ado, guys, that's it from me, Fatalis. Thank you so much for enjoying this 3-part tier list. It took me a while, and otherwise, if I did this all in one part, it would take me well over an hour because there is so much to talk about and there's so much going on with the game and everything, all the leaks and all this and that. I don't want to. As much as I wanted to not embrace the leaks, I had to for comp reasons. So I wanted to obviously start thinking of teams, which I have been doing. I've got some in mind. It's just whether or not they will actually work with the what we've got. But yes, other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure you drop a like. And also, if you're new around here and want to see more VGC/Scarlet and Violet content, make sure you drop a subscribe down below and turn on those notifications. But as for now, guys, thank you so much for listening to me. Peace out. Thank you.